As James Gunn prepares to usher his superhero universe into a new era, let's take a look at 5 actors who were unfairly sidelined by the DCU. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Henry Cavill might have moved on from DC after James Gunn's arrival, but we cannot help but reminisce about his time as Superman every now and then. While the actor was perfect as the last son of Krypton, you could say that his casting went to waste as the studio was unable to utilize him as it should have. Henry Cavill was always passionate about Superman, but unfortunately, things were a bit underwhelming, especially when compared to other actors and their characters' stories. While Henry Cavill's Superman might be the most wasted character in DC history, this wasn't the only time the studio fumbled the bag. There are countless great actors with a lot of potential whose talents were wasted in the superhero universe. Let's talk about some of them. Black Adam brought Brosnan into the DCU as Dr. Fate, and his performance was met with unending praise from both fans and critics alike. Despite the fact that there were tons of other actors in the film, including the leading man Dwayne Johnson, Brosnan's portrayal of the Sorcerer stood out from the rest. His character could have gone far in the superhero universe, as there was a lot of potential to extend Dr. Fate's storyline, especially thanks to his involvement in the Justice Society. Alas, things didn't work out quite like we wanted to, and the character was killed off in Black Adam, bringing Brosnan's superhero career as soon as it got off the ground. Amazon Prime Video's The Boys has become a worldwide sensation, and fans are collectively in love with Karen Fukuhara's Kimiko. However, not many might know that the extremely talented actress was a part of the 2016 Suicide Squad, where she played the small role of Katana. The actress brought a sense of depth and mystery to the unique character, and while we loved her portrayal of the sword-wielding Katana, her only mistake was being a part of a below-average film. Suicide Squad has a devastating 26% to its name on Rotten Tomatoes. After the franchise was revamped and served to us by James Gunn, Fukuhara's Katana was nowhere to be found. Katana sure was able to trap souls into her sword, but Fukuhara's potential was wasted by the studio by keeping her trapped in a film like Suicide Squad. Ray Fisher brought Cyborg to life with such perfection that it was sometimes impossible to differentiate between the actor and the character. He gave the role his all, but what he got in return was nothing but disappointment. First of all, most of Cyborg's scenes were removed or reshot in the theatrical cut of Justice League. Zack Snyder once admitted his regret of not setting up a solo film for the character before filming Justice League, as he had done with Wonder Woman and Aquaman. Why didn't he? Well, he believed that it was the no-brainer that a Cyborg movie would be in the works. Of course, nothing of the sort actually happened. Jeffrey Dean Morgan seems to be all the rage right now after his portrayal of Joe Kessler in The Boys. The actor has always played every single one of his iconic roles to perfection, whether it is John in Supernatural or Negan in The Walking Dead. This is why it was heartbreaking to see his character in Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice go to waste. Morgan played the role of Bruce Wayne's father, but his character was so underutilized that fans were left begging for more. When The Flash introduced the Flashpoint arc, fans hoped to see Thomas Wayne return, since it was such a crucial moment in the comic books. Despite Morgan apparently expressing his interest in reprising the role, DCU did not bother to go down this road, and another great character-actor duo was wasted. There is no doubt regarding Viola Davis's talents as an actor. With films like The Woman King, she became the only African-American who was awarded the EGOT, an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award. Despite playing the hell out of Amanda Waller in quite a few projects, her role has always been pushed to the background, which is not where someone like Amanda, and definitely not Viola Davis, belongs. Fortunately, Gunn's DCU will see Davis reprising her iconic role. She is among the many few who will be moving into the new and revamped version of the superhero universe. DC Studios co-president and co-CEO James Gunn recently delved into how many complete episodes there are of Creature Commandos. With the superhero universe stepping into a new era under Gunn, if you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. This comes after Creature Commandos star Frank Grillo touched upon a very steamy, X-rated kind of scene in the DCU series. DC Studios co-president and co-CEO James Gunn recently delved into how many complete episodes there are of Creature Commandos. This comes after Creature Commandos star Frank Grillo touched upon a very steamy, X-rated kind of scene in the DCU series. In response to a post on Threads from Multiverse Nation professing that Creature Commandos has wrapped production, Gunn affirmed, "Well, almost wrapped." Later, when asked by a fan how many complete episodes Creature Commandos has so far now, Gunn conveyed, "A hair away from 7. Tying into this, Gunn touched upon how many complete episodes of Creature Commandos he's watched in September, avowing at the time, "I've watched all 7 in animatic form many times. 1 and 2 are completed. And 3, 4, and 5 are nearly completed." DC Studios co-president and co-CEO James Gunn recently delved into how many complete episodes there are of Creature Commandos. This comes after Creature Commandos star Frank Grillo touched upon a very steamy, X-rated kind of scene in the DCU section. In response to a post on Threads from Multiverse Nation professing that Creature Commandos has wrapped production, Gunn affirmed, "Well, almost wrapped." Later, when asked by a fan how many complete episodes Creature Commandos has so far now, Gunn conveyed, "A hair away from 7. Tying into this, Gunn touched upon how many complete episodes of Creature Commandos he's watched in September, avowing at the time, "I've watched all 7 in animatic form many times. 1 and 2 are completed. And 3, 4, and 5 are nearly completed. I will have them all." James Gunn shares Creature Commandos Funko Pops after trailer reveal. Putting the spotlight on Creature Commandos itself, Warner Bros. Animation executive producer Rick Morales and EVP of Special Programming Peter Girardi delved into how Creature Commandos balances its characters, with Girardi asserting that there's a lot of humor in this at the same time, and there's a lot of pathos, because one does get glimpses into who each of these characters are. He went on to further note that once comes around, it's very touching in the same way the Guardians of the Galaxy was. Morales concluded, "I think that's what James does so well. He focuses on the character. I don't think he'd ever do a cast that was this large and then not delve into them. There's a reason for everyone to be there, and it all makes sense." Additionally, Gunn delved into what distinguishes Creature Commandos from the Guardians of the Galaxy team, avouching that he's used to dealing with oddballs and irregular types and weirdos, further avowing that that's what Guardians is, and that Creature Commandos is kind of like Guardians without the sentimentality. Circling back to Frank Grillo, Gunn touched upon what makes Grillo perfect as the DCU's Rick Flag Sr. DC Studios co-president and co-CEO James Gunn recently delved into how many complete episodes there are of Creature Commandos. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please